Hi guys, welcome to the review of my Specna Arms E-17-L or Edge 17L. This is a cheap Specna Arms copy of the M4. It's an AEG. This is kind of their mid-range gun, or a mid-range gun that these guys offer. It doesn't come with a trigger-based MOSFET like the Edge 2.0s, which are, I believe it's the Gate Aster. It just comes with a little board attached to your wiring system to make sure you don't damage your batteries or your trigger contacts. There's no functions, no binary fire, nothing like that included. Now, this piece of equipment was the first ever Airsoft rifle that I purchased, and to this day I've only used this really a handful of times over a bunch of games. It is my rental gun, so this is what I give out to all of my friends to borrow when we're going for matches, because it will do long distance engagements on more open forest fields, but it also works great in CQB as well, which is what it's set up for currently, as there are no iron sights on it, and I've even taken off the holographic sight I use on it on a regular basis. Now, a quick review of this gun. Amazing stock, fantastic, I love it to bits. It's got rubberized cheek pads and a nice rubberized butt. It also has a quick attach point on either side. I also like it because it's nice and light and slimline. Okay, it does, however, have a bit of rattle. I wanted everything to be stock for you watching this video today, so you can get an idea of what it's like out of the box, even though it's been used a fair bit. So, a lot of stock wobble will be part of the upgrade series to fix problems like that. Now, handguard comes with a hand attachment on the bottom. As you guys can see, there's two quick detach points here and here. There's also a quick detach point, like I said, on the stock too, so you've got a nice setup there for when you're running a sling. Now, as far as gun goes, the trigger response is not that great, and it can lock up in semi because it doesn't have a trigger based board there just to control those issues and stop you from spamming the trigger and locking up all the gears. Now, I can give you an idea of the trigger response. Obviously this gun is completely unloaded, so it's nice and safe, but I hold it, you can get an idea, it's not too bad. Now, if we were to put it into full auto, you can get an idea for the fire rate. Is not fantastic, it's pretty slow. Now, I have heard of some people running 11 volt plus batteries in these. I wouldn't recommend it because they say not to on the website because it'll shred all the gears. However, 7.4, this is what you're getting. Now, like I said, the gears can lock up, so we can see if we can try and emulate that now. There you go. It's not great. You can spam it all day long, and sometimes you'll just get BBs run out the end of the barrel, sometimes it'll fire fine, but if you spam the trigger on these, it does not work too well, so much easier if it's methodical like that, which means that for this in CQB, some people, I've had friends use this all the time, and I hear fire, 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 fire behind me, and then their gun will lock up, they'll get all angry, they'll have to put it into full auto and shoot at the floor for a second, and it will start working again. So, here's a downside to buying a gun that doesn't have a trigger board pre-installed, but we're going to be doing that during the upgrade series to make this a lot better. Now, as far as I'm concerned, this is a fantastic starter rifle to anybody who wants to get into Airsoft. It just has some drawbacks, but they're all fixable with upgrades. Now, there was one thing that this gun was shipped with which was a massive problem. On a handful of Specna Arms rifles, we do see that their hop unit and their connection to the gearbox makes it so that mags will not seat properly, which leads to a lot of misfeeding, which means that everybody's ended up putting Velcro in their mag wells to push the mags backwards or forwards depending on their issue, so it feeds properly, and this then leads to slower reloads because your mag is really wedged in the mag well. Now, what I've done is fix that issue, so it might still need a little tap on the bottom, but it holds nice and snug and there's no tape in there, and I'll be showing you how we do this fix in a future video, but spoiler alert, it's just a little bit of plastic that goes around the hop unit, and they show you how to do it on the line already, but I'm going to show you guys again to do it in the future because the video is hard to find. So that's another issue you find with Specna Arms, especially their cheaper guns. Sometimes they have QC issues. It's not a massive or widespread problem, but it definitely does affect a small portion of rifle owners from that particular brand. Not saying it affects everybody, and it's all very easily fixable if you have a little bit of technical know-how. On that note, hopefully that's given you guys an idea of what the E-17-L is all about. It's just a cheap little AEG. Again, it looks pretty crispy. It's not ambidextrous, unfortunately, so you only have a fire selector on one side. And it doesn't have a functioning bolt catch either. If I spin the gun around, you pull back, it's just a little spring that reveals the rotary hop chamber, which does accept most buckings. So again, it's I believe a TM standard, so you can just whack whatever you want in there, or you just completely replace it. It's not the greatest out of the box, and it doesn't shoot like a laser, but it will do. And again, like I said, no bolt catch there, no bolt release, none of that works. It's just a cheap little spring in there to hold it open or hold it closed, whatever. On that note, last thing you might be wondering is how big a battery can I stick in this thing? Well, we can show you pretty easily. If I show you, battery compartment here is just the buffer tube. There is nowhere in the stock to kind of swing a battery around or hide something down the side like in some their heavy ops stock. But as you can see, you can easily run a 1200 milliamp hour battery, and these kind of nunchuck ones where they're linked together. And there's your Gate AXR, the little kind of trigger ball protector and battery protector there as well. And it is wired to Dean's, which is pretty much the most popular, or at least becoming the most popular and most common way to wire guns now as well. On that note, that's my honest kind of review and impressions of this rifle here, and like I said, I'm going to be upgrading it throughout a series here on my channel. So if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. If you've got any questions, leave a comment. I don't always have a chance to answer comments, but if it's simple questions like can it do this or can it do that, I'll try and get back to you as best I can. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching.